This is your December 2021 real estate market update. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are seeing this. My name is Chris Elliott with the Elliott Real Estate Team, brokered by RE/MAX Action. This is your December 2021 real estate market update. Very excited to give you this information. We'll jump right into it. Kind of an interesting trend that we're looking at. We're seeing it right now, looking at it going into 2022. George Ratui, whose name I am most likely butchering, the manager of economic research for Realtor.com, said the majority of prospective home sellers that are looking to hit the market next year are actively preparing to enter the market this winter, meaning that we should be seeing a lot of the inventory that we're going to be seeing in 2022 actually hit the market in January, February, March, which is a little bit different than what we've historically seen with most of those listings hitting the market in Q2. So very interesting to watch. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on that. Danielle Hill, the chief economist for Realtor.com, said that based on recent survey data, a large number of homeowners are potential sellers eager to find new homes, which may be the start of a welcome trend. So we've all been suffering from low inventory that's caused all types of craziness in the real estate market. We are starting to see potentially where we're going to be seeing more inventory hit the market in 2022, which will be a much welcome reprieve to prospective home buyers. That being said, every time I say something like that, people think, oh my gosh, here's the end of the real estate market. This is the bubble popping. If we look at the month supply of inventory graphic, which is always very telling, you can see we are very much in a seller's market. There's going to have to be a lot of inventory that hits the market. The tide's really going to have to turn and turn hard before we enter into a buyer's market, no less a neutral market. So still very much in a seller's market and projected to be very much in a seller's market going into 2022. As far as mortgage rates, that's the other topic always to be discussed at this time next year. As we've talked about in previous videos, mortgage rates are expected to rise. Right now, we're sitting about 3.1% on a 30-year fixed. Based on the average of the different bodies that project these numbers, we're looking at a projected average of 3.7% by the end of next year. So around this time next year, mortgage rates are going to be ticking up about 0.6% on a 30-year fix. So something to keep your eye on. Going into next year, we're also expected to see continued price appreciation. Now, it's going to be at a slower rate than what we saw this year. I've seen all types of numbers, but on a national average, we saw about 19% appreciation rates in 2021, which is absolutely insane. Next year, it's going to be a little bit of a deceleration, meaning homes are still going to appreciate, but just at a slower rate of about 5.1% on average based on who you're listening to. So we're going to plateau a little bit on home prices, which depending on what side of the table you're sitting on could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Also, another graphic that I thought was interesting to look at is the projected price appreciation for a median-based home through 2026. So we saw if you were to buy that home, a median price home in the United States at $350,000 in January 2021, that home, about this time next year will already be worth $391,000. So you'll have gained $40,000 in equity on a median price home. Once again, this is on national averages. But the cool thing is by 2026, that home will be worth, based on projected appreciation rates, $461,285. So just a huge swing in appreciation, just shows the value of home ownership and the net worth that can be built simply by getting in the game and owning a home. So all that being said, what does this mean to you? For sellers, traditional seasonality is out the window. Conventional wisdom was that you wanted to hit the market, in early spring. I would say that's kind of out the window. We are seeing the market still be very frothy, even going into the end of the year. I recently just helped a client accept an offer on a property. We received 19 offers on the property, which was absolutely insane the second week of December. So just forget what you've heard historically about seasonality. Give yourself time to prepare. So if you're somebody that does still want to wait until next year to hit the market, but you do plan to hit the market sometime in 2022, we recommend having that conversation early. Now's a great time of year to do that, heading into the holidays where you're going to have some downtime. Take some time to prepare, have a conversation with a real estate professional. Obviously would love that to be me. But take that time to really talk through, hey, what are some upgrades that we can do? Where can we put money where we can get a return on our investment? And maybe what's not the best place to put money into your home that you're not going to see that money come back out, okay? And last but not least, make a plan for multiple offers. So we are expected to see another real estate market like we have this year where we're going to see a lot of multiple offer situations on properties. You really got to have a plan to be able to create those multiple offers. So pricing a home at a price that makes sense, it's going to entice multiple buyers. Setting time aside to where you say, hey, we're not going to review offers for a set number of days, so that way you're just not taking the first offer that shows up. So I can go on and on that, but you really got to make a plan for how are we going to capitalize on this market that we are expected to see. Yes, your home is going to sell. The real question is, are you going to sell it for the most amount possible? For our buyers, we've talked about this last couple months. Just know that waiting will cost you. So interest rates are continuing to rise. Home prices are scheduled to continue to rise. If you're waiting for the bubble to burst, I think you're going to be pretty sad in 5-6 years when that still hasn't happened. So just know that waiting, sitting yourself on the sidelines is ultimately going to cost you if you're ultimately going to be buying a home. Also know that we are not at the top of the market. So as I shared with you, based on the price appreciation tables, they are saying that homes will continue to appreciate through 2026. Beyond that is pretty much anybody's guess. But I personally don't believe we're at the top of the market. I think we're going to continue to see price appreciation, and from there, based on the reports that I've seen, we're going to see a plateau of home prices as opposed to a drop of home prices. And then last but not least, realize that getting the deal is the deal. So we've had some conversations with people recently that are wanting to shop for deals. I would say in this market, really just getting a property under contract is the deal, just because there's no real deals to be had. There's way too much demand out there to negotiate a good deal, in my opinion. So hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, concerns, if you disagree with me, if we didn't cover anything that we should have, go ahead and throw it in the comments, shoot me a direct message. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your appreciation. Hope you have a wonderful end of your year, and we look forward to serving you going into 2022.